Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Let's do an audio video test, please. Audio video testing. Thanks. Thank you. I will start in about a minute or so. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Hope everybody's doing okay today. It's a bit chilly here after a week of really hot weather. Today is a bit chilly, a bit cool. I prefer hot. So today is the first day or first time I'm introducing this new website, Ontario, Canada. Thank you for asking. Where's everybody from? If we can put a note where you're from, that would be great. Florida. Ah, nice. Indiana, beautiful. Been there. Florida, been there. Beautiful. Excellent. I am introducing a new website, Netherlands. Nice. Go Orange. Georgia. Nice. Hopefully we will enjoy it. It is a bit specific to Sierra charts, but it's not that hard to get Sierra charts and run them. Even if you don't use them for trading, you can always have it. There's some advantages. To me, I cannot function without it, and I will explain why. I like, or I have been doing volume-based indicators, and I'm trading with volume-based indicators for many years. I've been doing this for 20 years. This is the first time I'm introducing this new segment of the business, which is offering uh, offering indicators. Why? Because not everybody wants to have a full service where we have live trade room, signals, full education, indicators included, the whole thing. Some people like to get the indicators and use them on their own, see if they will fit with their own trading style. Of course, nothing comes without trials, nothing comes without seeing it, looking at it, testing it, etc. So that being said, best trading levels using volume profile, and I mean it. I use my levels with volume profile, and we'll show some examples. And I have many examples also, which I will share with you too on YouTube and on the new website. SAL indicator. This is where things cannot work on other platform. SAL indicator is based on market depth, historic and current market depth that is not available on any other platform that I am aware of, including NinjaTrader and others. Although I like NinjaTrader, but that segment is not available with NinjaTrader. Therefore, I am blind without seeing that kind of without seeing these levels or these volume clusters within the market's movers intention, where they want to take the market, where's the main resistance, where's the main support, how do I confirm my trades. SAL is short for Simon's traction levels, and it shows me targets and anticipations, entries, confirmations, etc. We have power lines that show support and resistance, and breakouts, and a few more indicators too, which I will share with you. Meanwhile, if you have questions, please feel free. I will go over each indicator and hopefully we'll like it. I'm an independent and profitable trader that uses volume profile with my own confirming indicators. Focus on confirming indicators. Confirmation is key, right? You need to know who's in your side, who's on your side, who is trading, who's going to come in with multiple contracts, etc. My methodology is solid, and I take low risk, high reward trades with a decent win rate. Okay. Yes, I will. That's actually, I obtained this today. There's a question later on. Please mention what brokers can we be can be connected to you. Well, not to me, to Sierra Charts. I am just, which I will explain as well. I have a reason I have many reasons, but there's a couple of main reasons that I will share with you using Sierra Charts, which will be discussed today. Okay. Today will be volume profile and market makers levels with Sierra Charts. These are the main important things that you need to know about the whole strategy. But again, it's indicators that I'm presenting today. These indicators can be used as they are, all of them as a package. You can take it, use it all as one package, or you can add it to your own existing methodology to complement them, okay? So first one is volume profile study for Sierra Charts. And again, for Sierra Charts, they don't call them indicators. They call them studies. Study, it's not an indicator. It's a different name, that's all, right? So we'll talk about volume profile study. Let's start with volume profile study. How does it work? What is it? This is the ES, E-mini S&P, right? And it's active, and you see on the right hand side, you notice the footprint, or the heat map, which indicates a lot of levels. I'll explain how it works. Volume profile, this is on a daily chart. Let's look at it from an hourly chart here on gold. This is an hourly chart on gold, as you see. But let's go back and look at the daily. If you notice the volume profile that is on this window, it starts from here. As you see, this is the high and ends here, right? So it's reading everything that is available in this chart. It reads everything here. So when I see this, I am kind of confused, because it reads everything, what is what. But it tells me a lot of information. There was a heavy volume happening here. There is red, green, there is yellow, there are dips, there are bellies, there are valleys, there are different colors, etc. For me to benefit from this, I usually expand. Okay, that will show me a few levels. And if they still, and by the way, this volume profile, which was designed for me, and I've been using it, different version of this since like probably 18 years now. You could expand, as you see. You can decrease it. You can sharpen the edges, as you see, and you can smoothen the edges, as you see, smooth. See how smooth they become, or you can sharpen the edges. Okay. I like sharp edges to see details. Now, it's not this volume profile level indicator at this time. It shows a lot of congestion. It's not helping. So let me switch to the hourly chart, 60M, that's 60 minute. And let's see if we can get some detail so I could explain what these levels mean and how they work. All right, I'm sharpening the edges now. This is the S&P. Now that this is better. And I'm not adding any other indicators for me, just to focus on this, because there are other indicators to be added. You notice the sharp level here. That means there was a lot of volume towards the closure of the day. Very high volume. You notice also how the market created this level here, this area for continuation. You see this level here? This is considered continuation. Another level here considered continuation, as you see. Another area that considered continuation is here. And there's another area that's considered continuation is here. In between, you have rejections. There's a rejection, and there's also a rejection here. It's very important to know when where is the next level and how to trade the next level. It's very important. And these levels from volume profile are key. Why? Because they are not going to they're not going to give you um, levels that are based on technical indicators. For example, let me see if I can give you an example on this. Here, let's assume, but before that, let me switch to something that you can see more clearly on the volume profile. This is Bitcoin, this is E-mini S&P, this is USD CAD, this is gold. Okay, for the gold, and there's an example on the gold, you notice that there is a level here in between these two. You see that this is low volume. This calls for rejection. This area is a rejection area. Meanwhile, this rejection here, this area is not a rejection area. I mean, long-term speaking, you see this rejection, and this area here is continuation. And if you noticed how the market today moved up on gold, you will understand what I mean. See, there's the rejection in between, continuation, continuation, and there is a level, a level here that, if you noticed it, red. This sounds a bit complicated what I'm explaining, but it takes a little bit of time, and you will get it easily. Not really a big deal. There's trainings on this and everything. Now, rejection, we saw this is rejection. You notice there's a level here that called is continuation. This area is continuation, followed by rejection. You see this rejection is blue. There's continuation. Okay? And I'll explain how this works. Just give me a second. Let me switch to here. No, here. Let's assume that you are looking to go long and the market is going long, right? And you have levels. One of them is here to trade. Let's assume there are your support, support levels or resistance levels that you are using to trade. And let's assume you're using Fibonacci's, right? And these are your levels to trade. I'll be very brief because if the market comes here, and if you take it long using, let's say, Fibonacci levels, you don't have an actual idea where the volume profile is sitting, a real support and resistance level. So you take it long, for example, you get stopped out, you have 20 ticks stop, and goes like this, and then comes back down to your main level, which is 50%. You take it again, you get stopped out, and by this time you got 2 stop outs. And this is an example, okay? You don't have to take it, I mean, no offense to anybody, just an example. So you don't know exactly where the market is going. You have no idea where the stop loss is. You're doing just random stops versus random entries based on Fibonacci levels, which everybody uses. Even the market makers know how we think in terms of main Fibonacci levels, and usually they honor them only when you're not looking. Have you noticed that? They honor Fibonacci levels when you are not trading them, when you are not looking. And if you think differently, if you think about volume profile, this volume profile will give you levels. And here's an example. This is a level here that I mentioned could be continuation, and followed by another level could be continuation. So if I mark it as continuation, there's a level in between that is rejection, R. So now using volume profile, right? You know which one is, there's the rejection here, continuation in between, same thing here, right? And notice how today or recently the gold bounced. See, it's not a coincidence when the market bounced, when the gold bounced from here. You see this? It's not a coincidence. If I show you over and over, it's not a coincidence when the market stopped here today. Okay, if I show you over and over, you will see what I mean by levels. I'll give you another example, and I will go back to the drawing. You notice if I go like this, you see how the market previously stopped at the top of the red area here, and it stopped again here at the bottom. You see how was rejected here. Okay, so now going back to the what is it? Where is my drawing tool? Did I lose my drawing tool? I guess I did. Thank you. Yeah, somebody's saying it's so true about, when the market is not, when you're not looking, the market reacts. Or okay, here it is. So now you know where the continuation is versus rejection. The market comes back down to this level. Now this Fibonacci level, are you going to honor it? I wouldn't, because look where it is. It's in the middle of a continuation zone, right? It comes back here. It's close, but it's still in the at the bottom of the continuation zone. So now both of these would not work for me. Now it comes here. Now this is where it becomes interesting. This is your main rejection level. Rejection. So now, what is next? What do we do next here? Do I trade it long? Again, to be simple, to be brief, I will not trade it here because we have another indicator to confirm it. But for this example, I want to tell you one thing. At this time, you know where your stop loss is. One of the things that my students, my members, my lifetime members, people who follow me on my live trade room, they know if I don't have a stop, I don't trade. But here I know my stop loss because my stop loss is not here, right? My stop loss is here, is right here, just a little bit below the edge of the next volume profile level. Okay, that's how it works, because if the market comes back down and takes the stop loss here, it's going to take the red one too. So why would I risk 30 ticks if I can risk only 12 ticks or 10 ticks, etc.? And this is true for scalping and also for long-term trading. Okay, any questions on this so far? Now, that being said, the market comes back here. I get confirmation. Of course, at next level is confirmation. So I get confirmation for my next indicator, and then the market goes up. Then I'll move my stop loss to break even. It goes up higher. I'll move my stop loss, etc., according to the teaching, according to the stop loss levels that we have. Okay. Any questions on this? So this is your volume profile indicator. If I look at anything you want to look at, what do I have here? I have indicators. I mean charts for every indicator. USD CAD. You notice how it got rejected from the top of the value area here, and now it stopped at the low value area here. Same thing with these. I mean, there's a lot of details that you would be surprised, and you would once you apply this specific indicator to your charting, things will make sense. You will understand why it was rejected, why things were continued without being rejected, why your stop loss previously would have been ignored. What about anchored VWAP? Yeah, VWAP we use. Some of the members we use as an added bonus. I use it too as an added bonus, but VWAP is not my indicator. All right. So this is the reason why my next indicator. There's a question. The webinar title: Why should we be using Sierra charts? What webinar is this? This is exactly why, because my next indicator is not available on any other platform. It cannot be available on any other platform. And my next indicator is SAL study. Now, SAL indicator or SAL study for Sierra charts is an indicator that based on heavy volume that is created by market makers. This is your SAL. These are the levels for example, E-mini S&P. And these levels, the magenta lines here, present the heaviest volume that market makers are waiting for or have put there into the market. These are pending levels, and of course there's a few tweaks that I made to it. I added a few things to it where it made it a very solid, heavy, or a stable indicator. It works in many different ways. One of the ways that it works for me is, remember I said here, where is it? Right here. Remember here, I mentioned if the market comes back down to this level here, I am not trading it yet. I know my stop loss is here, but I'm not trading yet. I want to see confirmation. Usually there's already a confirmation here from my SAL indicator. One of these is sitting there, or two or three, or if they're not there, they will start shooting some they will appear. SAL indicator, I tried it on different. I tried to create it on different charts or platforms. That didn't work because they don't have historic volume profile. Sorry, historic market depth, which is the main component of this indicator. And that being said, that they will show me levels only, for example, around the price, which are not accurate levels. Meanwhile, in this and with Sierra charts, which makes it unique, SAL indicator works as this. I'll go to SAL indicator. I can put 50. This is 50. I'll press OK. Now I have 50 levels that market makers or market movers, or I would say the big boys, 50 entries from the big boys that I can see where they are ahead of time. Do you think this will help you where the entries are? And I can change the color and of course shades as well. And I can change the thickness up to 10. I can make it 10. So what that means is that the heavier the volume that is embedded in the market, the thicker the line is. Am I getting this from the DOM? No, because the DOM does not go this historic on all the charts on all platform except for Sierra charts. It's not from the DOM. No, it's from market. It's part of the market depth capability. Of course, I enhanced it. I added a few things to it, and I have now 50. For scalping, I use all 50 for scalping, and I will show you some examples today on how then put it all together one by one. This is important. Why? For example, I mentioned to my members that the crude is going to 130, and this is when crude was down to mid 90s. I said it's going to 130, and actually I called the swing long, and we are going towards 130 now, because the heaviest volume, if I go like this, if I go to studies, and if I change 50 to 1, I want to know where is the heaviest single volume sitting in the ES at this time. If I press apply, it's right here. You see it? It's right at the bottom. And if you see my notes, if you are a member from my live trade room, etc., you know I am bearish on the indices. Okay, so the heaviest volume is sitting here. So this is the main attraction level for swing traders. This is the main attraction level on the ES. Okay, and if I go to VP and I add this to it, volume profile, sorry about this. This is also volume profile on the daily. Just give me a sec. Now, you noticed one thing here that maybe you will notice. Volume profile on the this is historic volume profile. Do you see this level here for rejection that's coming up on the long term? Do you see it? So this area on ES is going to be our main rejection level coming up, and the main target will be where the SAL indicator is, which is right at the very bottom. Okay, so I'm looking for this area to hit maybe sometimes this week or next week for the swing trade. So now I know my rejection for the swing trade that I'm looking at, and I know my target. Of course, at that time we have to also confirm. We have to see what the market wants to do, because what it could do, the market on the volume profile could escape a little bit here, try and get into this next level, and then bounce back down. We call this poke out and poke back in. Good question so far. I like that. So this is taken from the market depth. Okay, so let's go back to sell indicator. Now let's assume that you have studies, you have 20 levels that you want to look at. You're not you don't want to take a look at every single level. You don't want to be confused. You have 20 levels of indicators, and you want the market to, for example, come to a level here, and that level also has a rejection, so you want to take it short. But let's say you're looking at 20 levels. Okay, let me explain how this works. You have 20 levels that you're looking at, not 50, 20. And the biggest one is here, for example, and this represents, let's just a number, 100. And the smallest one represents 5. Example. Now these volumes are anywhere between 5 and 100. So far so good. Makes sense? So all of a sudden a level came in. Somebody put in a level that is 101, 101 contracts. You see this one here, the 100 will be replaced with 101. It will go and it will be replaced. So meaning what I'm trying to say, you have the 20 heaviest entries inside this ES will show up to you. Okay. And next, with the next indicator and a couple of more indicators, we will put it together and we will see a couple of examples. Okay. Next, any questions on this? Okay. Next level, DRL, dynamic reversal level. Dynamic reversal level is a very interesting indicator. It's one of the oldest ones, older ones that I have, but it's used heavily by members. And if I look at it, this is on the crude. Of course, I said we're looking at the crude to reach 130, and that's not something here, 130. Just to let you know, you'll be surprised. Last night I called the crude long from, you know, from where? From 111.20. Just side thing. This is 111.20. Last night I came back from biking. I was biking in the evening, not last night, yesterday evening. I came back and I got a note from one of my members. He said, "Hey Simon, crude touched your 112 level." Okay, this is from my main website, which is TTI. And if we look at the crude signal, this is June 1st. This is yesterday evening. Crude, and this was 8:15 p.m. I said yesterday evening. I said, crude is down to my 112 level, but I see better support at 111.20. You see this 111.20 for a swing to 130. So folks, it did go already 600, 650, 670 ticks already gone. You see that, and after 15 minutes, it jumped from 111.20, it jumped 300 ticks. Folks, this was done. 38 members saw it because they trade crude with me, and that was the bottom from yesterday evening, right? Great. I have just joined. Do you use DOM? This was the previous indicator. We talked about it. I use something called SAL indicator. It's based on market depth, which is much more advanced than order book. I'll have this recording available. You can see it. So now we're talking about dynamic reversal levels, DRL. Okay, DRL indicator. Just pause this for a sec. Erase. Dynamic reversal level, DRL indicator. Okay, DRL, you see these DRLs, dynamic reversal levels. This one says 120, this one says 15, 30. Okay, 120 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 5 minutes, 60 minutes, 180 minutes, 240 minutes. Is there anything? It should be 1440 minutes here, which is the daily. Okay, 1440 minutes here, right? Anything else? Okay, so this is how it works. I came up with an idea to create this indicator back in I think 2014, something like that. It was actually based on NinjaTrader at that time. And the previous indicator, SAL indicator, prompted me to switch to SierraChart because SierraChart, as I mentioned, I keep saying, is the only platform that could hold historical market depth that I can base my main indicator on. Without it, I'm really blind. But this one here, for example, 120 minute. What it is you have a 120-minute bar inside this indicator. This is the 120-minute bar. And on that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 major reversal indicators that are available online, but they are very specifically based. They are specifically based on volume and VWAP, etc. 6 of them, different ones. 6 of them. So far, so good. Now, when we have 3 of them matching at the same, 3 or more matching at the same level, that will pop up. So, okay, on the 120 minutes. Same thing on the 30-minute, 15-minute, 60 minutes, daily, etc. And now, let's say, for example, 120 minutes passed, like 2 bars closed, 2 bars of 60-minute closed, 120-minute indicator will shift to another place. It's dynamic, right? It's dynamic, it's not static. So these are amazing support resistance levels for scalpers. Of course, some of them will turn to swing trades, right? Very, very strong levels. And they shift. You know, they probably, there was one here, right? And there is now, but this is new. See, it's fresh. All of them are fresh. Why? Because they're all solid. Once the market touches them, they change to dots, so they know they've been tested. Okay, that's another one. I have a lot of videos which I will give you the link to. They're also on the website too, that you could see and view. Next indicator is going to be, where is my presentation? Next indicator is going to be power line study or power line indicator. Power lines is, think about it as a trend line, but much better, and it's dynamic and it changes. Have you heard of fractals indicator? Anybody? Let me see, where do I go? Fractals indicator, anybody? So if I go to power lines here, these are the power lines on the NASDAQ. So power lines meaning what? Meaning that you have levels that are created from this indicator, that this bar, this bar, this bar, this bar. And if typically how you trade those, typical trading of those is that you put them on a 60-minute, put them on a 15-minute. See how on the 15-minute they are, how they bounced from here. Okay, put them on a 5-minute, see how they bounce from here, and they created this kind of a resistance here. So basically the red lines will act like support, the green ones will act like resistance, and an intersection of multiple reds, see intersections of multiple reds, it will create a big support for a jump, and vice versa for the green, multiples of green will create that resistance for jump down. And this is how you can customize this. This is how it works. If I right click here and go to studies, I go to power lines. This power line has a 100-tick breach, meaning, what does it mean, breach? So if I have a power line and it's a red power line, and the market comes to it and pokes it a little bit here and bounces back up, it's still valid. But if it pokes it and that particular 5-minute, that's because I was showing you 5-minute chart, that particular 5-minute candle closes below it by 100 ticks, the red, this is no longer valid. It goes away. Again, you can specify it differently. You can make it more sensitive, less sensitive. If you're a swing trader, if you're a scalper, right? Or you can just copy my charts if you want. Same thing with the green. There's a green for a level, and the market goes and then goes to it. If it touches it, okay, but if it breaches it for more than 100 ticks, it's no longer valid. Okay, so this is why if I go to the charts, and of course I said 300 look back, it means it's only reading 300 bars back historically, so I don't have congested chart. So if I go to this and I make it 5-tick breach, so very sensitive, you see some of them gone. But if I make it less sensitive, I make it 600 ticks breach, you see how many I got? I get more. All right, so let's make it 50, keep everybody happy for now. Again, this is part of the package: support, resistance, indicators, etc. I do have that, Dale. I do have that. You contact, because this is a small. Dale is saying I'm totally new, looking for a program that has trade recommendations. You mean trade calls and hand holding? Yes, that's what I do day in, day out. This is a small portion of what I said this at the beginning of my presentation. This is a small part of my. This is a new thing that I'm offering, because the full package, it's not for everybody. But if you like it, I offer 2 weeks trial, no questions asked, just email me, okay? And it's on the website. I'll show you how to just contact me. And this is for the, you're welcome. This is for the NASDAQ's lines, or for the power lines, okay? And it's, once we put things together, you will understand it a little bit more how it works. Reversal signals for SierraChart, and this is the simplest indicator that I have. I don't depend on it heavily unless I am scalping and it combines with other things. So it's not something that you depend on by itself. It has to be a combination with other things. Again, don't rush into things. If things are foggy so far, just wait, because I have a couple of videos to show you, a couple of examples to show you. Reversal signals, you see this arrow? Nothing to it, just a reversal signal. Nothing to it. And if you look at different charts, you can put it on a daily, for example. Daily, this is daily SPX 500. Anybody familiar with trading CFDs. If you're in Europe or Asia or anywhere in the world, you probably know because you trade them maybe, or you know somebody trade them, but it's not allowed in the States. But SPX 500 is equivalent of ES in the futures market. Imagine you trading spot ES spot part. I can trade it. I'm a Canadian. I can trade it, no problem. But again, look how I'm using it for this confirmation, and I can use it for signals, etc., and how the everything is put together here. Okay, so there's nothing to reversal signal other than it will give you that signal that you can use, but it has to be combined. It has to be combined with the rest of the confirmation signals. Okay, anticipate. We have to anticipate the move. So technically speaking, volume profile is used for us to anticipate. Pay attention to this. I'm anticipating a big rejection on the ES from here, right? I told you how I anticipated the crude to go up. Do you want me to show you why I anticipated the crude to go up from 111.20? Let me show you. Where's my crude? Chart settings. Just give me a second, I'll show you. Let's assume this is the crude. I'm changing to the crude. So I'll show you why I anticipated, and I posted that. For those who missed it, we are already 600, 700 ticks in crude up. I posted this yesterday evening, 8:15 p.m. I said 111.20, right? And if you look at the crude, which is going to come up soon, it will explain, it will show you within the volume profile why it worked, why I was anticipating it ahead of time. I mean, miles ahead of time, 200 ticks at least ahead of time. Just give it a second, it will form. And one of the things I like about SierraCharts is very fast. It doesn't stall, does not freeze. It's very fast. I have 100 things open on my computer still. You see, it's given me, I think, 500 days back here. No problem. Just give me a second. Okay, no. I'll work on this, don't worry. Just give me a second. I chose the wrong chart. Once this is explained, I will jump into the next indicator. We talked about reversal signals. And there's another one that I will talk about, voice alert. I think that's the last one, right? Voice alert is important to me because I'm paying attention to multiple indicators. I'm waiting for the charts to come up. Okay, let's talk about voice alert. Voice alerts indicator. If you are like me, looking at multiple charts, this is the voice. I will go back to the why I chose 1120 on the crude. Okay, voice alert indicator. Here, if you are like me and you're looking at multiple instruments, and for me, I'm looking at about 10 different instruments, indices, crude. Sometimes I look at nat gas. I look at metals, including gold and silver. I look at euro. I look at pound. I look at euro US, USD CAD, Forex as well. But if you're like me, you cannot see all of them. So what you're going to do, you are going to put a line here. For example, you're expecting the crude to come back down to 111.20. As I mentioned, this is two birds in one. 111.20 is right here. And by doing that, I just failed myself. I have to go to studies, and I have to go add custom study, and I have to go to alert indicator. This is my alert indicator. Okay, so this is my alert indicator, and I will put it here. I will press here, click here, and I'll put a line right here. This is my line. When the crude comes and touches it, you know what happens? It gives me an audio in my ear. This audio could be two things. And I would tell my members, I have a long from here. And I will usually, not only I will give them the idea, which I said 1120 is a support level. I will also give them some kind of a indication, or I would say for here, I would give them sorry, it's not showing. I'll give them a chart with it too. But you get the idea. So once the market touches it, it will give you an audio. The audio will be two things: either the basic audio of the indicator, which will read this part here, FUCL, whatever it is, you know what it is, or you can put your own wording. So you can basically put, sorry, so you can basically right click here. Oh, my mistake. Right click, go to studies, and go to alert indicator. You see here says NQ, because it's based on NQ, you go crude. So now this indicator will read crude in my ear, crude, right? If I put a line, it should read crude if the market's moving. Okay, and it comes with the audio component with it. Let me show you here. You have to put it on your computer too. So this will read crude. It will give you that audio in your ear, crude. Got it? So now you know the crude line touched. And sure enough, for this example, look, 112, 111.20. Look at the rejection. And do you know why I got rejected? Not only because it's level here. Look at what happened. I mentioned we have continuation zone, right? And students know this. And we have a rejection zone right and before that, and we have this whole area is continuation. Okay. And this indicator also, the good thing about this indicator, once you put it on one chart, let's say you have a group of charts, for example, let me see if I can open a chart book. No, but that'll take time. I'll open it later. Let's say you have ES daily, ES hourly, ES weekly, ES tick chart. Let's say you have it all in one group. Once you put a line on one chart, it will copy to all charts, right? It will copy, it syncs to all charts. See, sync to all charts. So all the ES charts will be synced with the same price, with the same level, and it will give you an audio. All right. Next, what do we have? Let me show you. Let's put things together. For this, we need to be patient because this is going to take a few minutes. This is a chart from the live trade room that I offer day in, day out. This is different. This is a different service, but it's included. If anybody wants to take a look at this, up to you. I'll offer you a couple of things today, including full trial with the main service if you want, but you can choose to buy indicators, or you can get the full service, which includes indicators anyway. So this is a chart, and I'm looking at a long. This is the NASDAQ. Watch this. This is live. I'm telling my members, just patient with me. NASDAQ possible long, 8:44 a.m. Current stops below 14120. So my current stops on this NASDAQ, I cannot help it. The stop loss is the stop loss. I cannot play with it. And I showed you earlier in the video why I choose my stop loss. Stop loss is here. This is the stop loss. You see this black area, black line or black sketch that I made, right? So I cannot help it. So my entry is going to be between these two blue lines. I hope everybody can see them. I'll expand it a little bit, right? You see this? Now, the volume profile, as I mentioned, is showing me the level. So I'm anticipating this trade to go long from this. SAL indicator is already showing me my target. You see the thickest SAL indicator attraction level is sitting here. So I am anticipating this. This strategy, folks, is so amazing. It will give you anticipation. It has been saving us for the past couple of months. We have to agree, past couple of months have been complete crap in terms of trading. If you have no confirmations, if you don't trade on confirmations, or you don't see what the market makers are up to, you have lost a lot of money. And don't take it personal, but that's what I see from, I have a lot of connections. I have a lot of people that I deal with every day, right? I'm very patient. The month of May, I called 21 trades for the whole month, which means I was very careful, very patient, and we ended up with 3,000 ticks in my trade calls that I gave my members. That being said, I'm looking for a long from here, from this area. Stop loss is 1.4. I typed it here, just below this blue line, and the target is here. This is 150,500 ticks, 1,500 ticks. What's next? Now you will see what's next. You will see how not only the SAL indicator gives me the target, also gives me confirmation. Watch this. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming to the level. It's coming to the level. I called it long from 65 or better, and take first target 10 points. 10 points, that is 40 ticks. 40 ticks. Now, this 40 ticks is on 2 contracts because we do 3 contracts. We trade 3 contracts. You can do 3 mini, 3 macro, whatever, 3 contracts. First 2 on the first target, 10 points. So which means you already made 80 ticks, 40 ticks on each 10 points, right? So that's it. And then I said, move your stop loss. Stop loss goes up. First target is out. As you see, first target is out. What's next? Now we wait for the target. Of course, we moved the stop loss a couple of times. All right. NQ targeting 14300. 14300. You see it. That was about 1,500 ticks, I think. Move stop. I'm typing into them. Move stop. All right. And then move stop higher. See members enjoying it. This is, I have I think 5 different channels. New stop is this. Finally, look at that. Boom. That's it. Reach target. Okay. So that's an example. And if I go back to my Telegram, this is the main service, of course. I have a Telegram for indices. I have a Telegram for elite members. They chat, they mingle. I have also people posting their own trades, their own levels. For example, Gary, he's a king of swing trading. He does big levels. He depends mainly on my power line indicators. You can join and talk to them. I have 147 members here. And this is 156 members. Of course, this is all available for you to try through my main service if you want. I have crude, and the crude, this has been, look, if you see my crude level, it's been pointing to 130 for a long time. It's not now, it's not new. So I have history of signals that I gave. I have FX futures, and FX Forex spot. And I have gold, metals. Gold, I'm looking at 1900 exit in the near future. So now next one you will like. It happened. This happened yesterday. Next one. This is USD CAD. How many here trade Forex? Spot Forex. USD CAD. Right? USD CAD. You can trade it long. For example, here I was looking for a long. But if you were trading CAD futures, you should have taken them short because they go opposite. And if you don't know why, or you don't understand what I mean, ask please. USD CAD goes long, CAD futures come down because the main currency is is one of them is US, the other one is Canadian. Okay, let's go further. Let's go move. Now, you notice on this particular entry level that I'm trying to call. This is a video from yesterday. I'm typing. USD CAD is supportive, and I give you the price. This is where the line is. For a swing long, it might be slow, but we have to be patient. I didn't call it, right? I said it might be long. Did I call it? No, I did not call it yet. I'm looking at CAD as well. At the same time, CAD futures is going to be short, and I have a line there, right? Now, okay, let's go back a little bit. I'm just, I think, too fast. All right. One is you notice how there's a different volume profile level here, and there is a line that I put, which is my line, that differentiates this area. That's one. Second, please notice the magenta line in between. You see the magenta line? This is the heaviest volume that is showing up. This gives me my confirmation. And look at this. I have not called it yet. I said I'm looking for a long. Stops USD CAD can be at, so I put my stop loss. I told them where my stop loss is ahead of me calling the trade, right? I told them the stop loss, you have to take 20 pips at least to secure runner if you call it long. Final target can be 1.26700. So I'm looking at market to move from here all the way 126,700. It was 520 ticks or pips yesterday. This is from yesterday. This is from June 1st. You will see. Okay. Now we took first target, secured the runner, moved the stop loss, and there was a reason for the target. I think the video will show you the reason for the target. Aha. Now this is where the reason for the target is. Remember I explained levels on volume profile? You see how there's a red level here, area, and there's the green area, and there's this whole area we call continuation. It's not going to take you long to understand volume profile and how it moves. I have a lot of videos on it, a lot of information, and I have a live trading session which you can ask. It's 3 days a week, 3 mornings a week. Okay, so and then moves. All right, and then that's my target. Move the stop loss to, and there's that's the side, and then it goes up the target. All right. So using Sierra charts, all these indicators could be 500 ticks run. For me, it was 520 ticks. Using Sierra charts, I could see this particular magenta line. It's not available on any other platform. I tried. If you guys can tell me any platform that has historical market depth, I'm telling you, I'm going to also copy it to that. I'm going to copy my indicators to that. I tried with 4 or 5 different platforms. They don't have it. I recently also developed this for NinjaTrader. It's not working. The other indicators will work, but this particular indicator, which is one of the most important indicators that anybody can have, is knowing where the market makers are intending to take the market, knowing where the market makers are putting their heavy volume, heavy levels, or entries. It's very important. That is very, very important. Okay. So Sierra chart. Now with Sierra chart, not only I have that capability. Let me just take this out over here. Not only have that capability, but when I'm looking at 15, 20 different instruments, and each one of them has 5, 6, 7 charts, and each one of them has 500, 600, 1,000 days back with volume profile on all indicators, it is very important to have a platform that is light, could work, does not stall, does not freeze. And I switched to Sierra charts in 2016. I never looked back. Never looked back. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Now, somebody asked me if you have brokers. Now, recently, SierraCharts have done done some changes. Me knowing the people behind the software, I know the genius that goes behind it. Now, not every genius is understood easily. So they made some changes in terms of connecting directly to the markets or to the exchange. A lot of people rejected that. They say it's going to be a tough thing. We don't want. But there are some brokers. They deal with it. They embraced it, and it's very successful now. So here I have a couple of brokers that actually I looked into them today. The new ones. They not new ones, but they started supporting direct connection to SierraCharts. One of them is stage 5, and the other one is edge clear futures. Okay, and you can see they support SierraCharts. There are many more, and there are many more. So I use AMP futures personally, and I have SierraCharts with them. I'm connected with CQG. But there are a lot of brokers that will support it, and it's a very good platform. A lot of people enjoy it. What I can do, this website that I mentioned, this is new. I didn't get a lot of chance to IB. That's now I cannot. It's not good for my indicators. It's not usually IB is not the best for indicators, for the volume indicators. That's a good thing to mention. Yes. This chart, this new website. I'm sorry, I didn't get a chance to perfect it or enhance it. This is the first time I'm introducing it. Maybe with your help moving forward, if anybody has questions or if anybody wants to join, they can get special discounts maybe. But with your feedback, I can improve it. I can make it as good as my main website. My main guy who does my web and my tech support, he's off until I think a couple of weeks from now, so he will do the changes as well. But for now, all you need to do is all you need to know, if you have questions, let me just end this. If you have questions, there's the website, which I don't know if Anna gave it to everybody, but I will go to here and I will give it to everybody. Send to all. Okay, chat. What do I do? Yeah, so I gave it to everybody. So what's going to happen is that if you have any questions, if you need me, or if you have any questions, or if you need to join a trial, or if you need to test indicators, how many of you using SierraCharts? So if you are a SierraChart user, just contact me here, name, email, and then I'm available. And I think we have pricing. This pricing is for per each indicator, and you have videos per each indicator. And if you go to examples, there have examples. There is something I want to offer everybody for the people who will join me, who decides to test it and then join. There will be an offer here. Where is it? Slideshow. There will be an offer. Again, this is the beginning of this website, new service. There will be a lifetime ownership and lifetime training if anybody wants to join. So basically you get the full package for the price of the indicators. Okay. Again, I don't work like that. I don't sell anything unless you try it, unless you see it, unless you test it. I don't. So we offer trials too. If you want to just contact us through contact, let me know what you think. Offer trials. If you look at examples, there's a lot of examples here to see, right? There's more that I can show you, many good examples. We have a full YouTube channel that belongs to the main website. Different service I offer, which is a full package. I offer signals, teaching, indicators, live trade room 3 days a week. Okay. then you could also join. However, for now, if you have any questions, if you like what you've seen, please contact us or contact me, and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay? Any questions? Telegram. Yes, you can connect on Telegram. That's the easy part. Where is it? I don't have Telegram for this website, but if you are on Telegram, email me. I will give you my Telegram information, please. Let me see if I have this. Here, Telegram. Okay, once you are on Telegram, you will find me. Once you are on that channel, it's, let me see here. Okay, you got the link for Telegram to access the Telegram channel? This is our general channel. Just private message me. You will see me. You'll see my picture. Where is it? Okay. No, I can't find it. I can't find my picture. Any questions, anybody? Thank you. So any questions, please contact us. Just click here and just fill this. And all the best. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Anna. Take care, everyone. Looking forward to hearing from you. Bye, everyone. Today's recording, yes, Anna. Once Anna sends it to me, I will share it with everybody.